When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Welcome to another episode of Friend
of Fabio.
He didn't sigh.
I'm still introducing the show. I mean, I said fringe, and you go, he didn't sigh.
Beyond limits.
Fuck. We're so leaving that in. That's awesome.
I got my order mixed up in my head. For some reason, I thought you did after the theme song.
No idea what you said, but
she thought you did it after the theme song.
I do say it after the theme song, which is even funny.
No, theme song.
Oh, theme song.
Get it right.
Sorry.
Which is weird because those are two normal words, but when you say them together, it sounds like you have a lisp.
Theme song?
A theme song.
A theme song.
All right, the theme song.
Same song?
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm happy that you guys showed up today. I mean, I really am.
That the caffeine kicked in.
Jesus Christ.
I think it did. I haven't had this much caffeine in a while, so.
Yeah. All right,
She's
good.
shaking like a leaf.
She is. She's shaking like a Polaroid picture.
Shake, 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 shake.
All right.
She's
Jesus.
high on life, man.
She's high, all right. I want to see her on shrooms.
Oh.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, before.
Not everything is a puppy.
Are you sure about that? Hey, what's in your pants? An ostrich? Everything is a puppy.
I really want a water puppy.
What's a water puppy?
A sea otter.
Oh, sea otters
They
are
so
awesome.
cute.
I want a water puppy.
Yeah, I kind of always wanted one of those ferrets. Yeah.
Ferrets are so awesome.
They're cute, but they're stinky.
I remember when I
Are
used
they?
to work at the pet store. I play with them all the time. I miss those guys.
Ferrets?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you guys had ferrets.
Yeah.
Oh, their last name Bueller.
Yeah, right?
Right? No, like I would have like a fleece on, so I would put them in my fleece, and they would just like run around in my fleece. It was really fun.
In her pants?
And your pants?
No, it didn't go down there.
They'd spin the teacups. Jesus Christ.
That sounds more
And they
fun.
poop really easy. When they're scared, they poop. They go.
I mean, I'm finding so much. Last week was Lynette and her bidet stories. Now you have ferrets, assaulting
in your
you.
pants.
Yeah, you have you're sexually assaulting ferrets. Jesus. So
What pet store did you work at?
it makes
Missy
my
was saying you worked at a pet store, right?
Yeah, Pet Supplies Plus.
Oh,
it makes my necrophilia look normal.
I'm going to ignore that comment. I used to work at PetSmart when I was a kid.
Oh,
When I was a
rivals.
kid, child labor.
Yeah. Rivals.
But we didn't have
We shouldn't
ferrets.
like each other.
I'm kind of jealous you had ferrets.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I had is I had like a bearded dragon on my shoulder when I was working the cashier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we had guinea pigs, ferrets. I play with those guys. I play with the different reptiles. I
Yeah.
played with the rats. Oh, those are fun.
Rats are cool. They're actually really cool.
They're actually more loyal than a dog.
And they're clean.
You know, speaking of necrophilia, I'm going to go crack open a cold one.
We can talk about animals all day.
I'm sure.
Is that a walk-it in your pocket?
It's a ferret.
And a carrot.
And a carrot. It's actually my trouser snake.
Ew.
Anyways.
What?
They don't sell those at Pet Supplies Plus.
Oh, you just were asking the wrong guy.
You just gotta go to the back.
You're asking the wrong person. All right. So I'm happy that this started off like our normal fucking episodes do.
That's great.
I actually enjoy it. So I'm okay with it. All right. So how have you ladies been besides fucking up the intro?
Nah.
Nah.
I said nah.
Ding dong. Nah. Jeez, that's you. That's what you guys sound like tonight.
That's a lie.
Good.
All right.
We're putting entertainment in here.
What, you're curing entertainment?
We're putting entertainment in the podcast.
Agreed.
You guys, I'm not sure you guys know how amazing my voice sounds.
It sounds like Fabio.
It's,
Fabio beyond limits.
right now, I just am thinking of Wilson from Bree's work and just wrapping my strong, masculine arms around him, holding him,
I'm sorry, Wilson.
caressing him, smacking that ass.
Anyways.
All right. So, yeah, things that keep us up at night besides my little, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever that just was.
Yeah, not sure. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, I volunteered twice in a row now.
I know. Good
Look at
job.
that. Hey, did you guys know that you don't have to break pasta in half anymore? You can get half length pasta.
Shut up. I hate your face.
I swear to God.
That wasn't mine, but I just had to say that. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
What was that? What'd you say, Lynette?
I hate your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ×2.
Okay, here's my real one. How many trees count as a forest?
4.
I was going to say 2.
Forest.
4. Can you get it? 4?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Got it. 44. I would say it's not a number of trees, but a measurement of land. So I would say at least an acre of forested land would be a forest.
No, that's
an
a
acre of
woods.
4 trees.
Is that woods?
Woods.
Okay, so how big would the forest be?
Maybe 100.
100 acres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep in the 100-acre woods. Oh, nope.
Mm.
Winnie the Pooh even got it
What's
wrong.
Yeah.
considered a forest? Gump.
A Forrest Gump. I got it.
Mm.
What is the Google
It says
machine?
the term forest is widely used to describe any landscape with trees, but is more commonly associated with regions that receive adequate precipitation to support dense stands of trees. View up map. Then might not be a map.
Ding dong.
So any place
Yeah.
that has trees is
And
a forest?
then this
I
definition
guess.
says large area covered chiefly with trees and undergrowth.
So
I don't want to hear about Frank's undergrowth.
It's not undergrowth. Okay.
Oh, this one says in a forest, 60 to 1% of the land is covered by a tree.
62% of land?
60 to 100.
60 to 100.
Yeah, 60 to
60%
TO 100.
Oh, yeah, you weren't saying that right.
Yes, I
Yeah, she
was.
said it right. You just heard it wrong.
Yes. What she
Mm.
said.
She said 60 to 100.
60 to 100.
Right. She said 60 to 100.
Same difference.
No,
You got to read between the lines.
What lines? She didn't have a break for lines.
The blurred lines or just listening to the...
Oh, is
Like
that,
the song?
Is that Robin Thicke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. I did a song.
You did a song.
I
did a
did-
song.
I did a
And
no.
you did music.
You did a song that's not in your genre.
I know. I did a
Wow.
no. I did a song no. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, thank you for educating us on undergrowth, forests, and fermentages.
No problem.
So,
Uh,
We're talking about half lane pasta.
do you want me to go next, Lynette?
sure.
Okay.
Maybe you'll bring it down, the mood down enough that my dark one from last week
Mhm.
will carry
Yeah.
us through.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
All right. So, if you
If you steal mine, though, you're dead.
No, I'm not stealing yours. Well, what is yours?
That's me slicing your throat.
Oh, all right. What is happening tonight? I mean,
Good stuff.
Just really tired.
just
It's already almost like 10 o'clock.
oh God. All right. So if you saw someone feeling the way you are right now, what would you tell them? I mean, this is a horrible one for
So,
right now.
Lynette, what would you tell me and what would I tell you?
I love your laugh.
I love that you're so happy.
Frank?
This too shall pass. All right. Let's talk about something that's been mysteriously ignored for way too long. We dive deep into UFOs, government cover-ups, cryptids, and unexplained disappearances. But you know what's truly terrifying? Your own BO. Yeah, it's the real unsolved mystery. You ever been out in the woods, maybe investigating strange lights in the sky, when suddenly you realize something's following you? You hear a rustle in the bushes, and then it hits you. It's not them. It's you. Your scent is so strong, cryptids are actively avoiding you. That's why I trust Mando Whole Body Deodorant, the only deodorant designed to work everywhere. Now, I was skeptical. A whole body deodorant that actually works? Sounds like the kind of advanced technology they don't want us knowing about. But after a long recording session where things got sweaty, intense, and full of weird existential debates, I gave Mando a shot. Let me tell you, my pits, bits, and beyond, fresh. And not just for an hour, for days. I could be stranded in the middle of nowhere, surviving off questionable gas station snacks, and I'd still smell like Clover Woods. Mando isn't just for armpits, it's for the whole operation. Pits, belly buttons, thigh pods, feet. That classified area you pretend isn't a problem, it's all covered. Clinically proven to block odor for up to 72 hours, which means if you get abducted, your captors might actually keep you around. Plus, the scents? Elite. Bourbon leather, pro sport, Mount Fuji, smells so good. You might start attracting Mothman instead of scaring him away. Mando's starter pack is the best way to start. Solid stick deodorant, cream tube, 2 free products like body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Right now, new customers get $5 off with our code FRINGE at shopmando.com. That's over 40% off just for smelling better than the average conspiracy theorist. You don't want to be that person, the one who's avoided by aliens, cryptids, and even your own crew. So grab Mando Whole Body Deodorant and use code FRINGE at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. Smell fresher, stay drier, and keep those interdimensional encounters pleasant.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
We've never been this far off the rails.
No, that's not true.
That's very true.
All right, I'm going to go with a different one than my dark one. I'm just going to have to save it because I don't want to bring the mood down that dark. Okay. So what if the criminal in our lifetime is simply just balancing karma from a different lifetime? So who are we to judge?
Say that one more time.
So what if the criminal or the bad guy or the wrongdoer in our current lifetime is really just balancing karma from a previous lifetime? So who are we to judge? Like if somebody murders somebody, not that you should murder, but
right.
What if they were just balancing karma because they were murdered in a previous lifetime?
Yeah.
Sucks for them.
I like that. That's very possible.
Yeah.
Interesting way to think about it.
But like if you think of like all these, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Luigi Mangione, like jury by social, not by trial, but you know how like social, what's the word I'm looking for? Where like everyone's like, OJ did this, you know, like the popular, it's a popular decision, not necessarily the court decision or whatever.
Yeah, by public opinion.
Public opinion, court of public opinion. Yeah. So like you have all these people mad about this or happy about that. Like it kind of got me thinking with the Luigi Mangione, obviously guilt or innocent until proven guilty, but people are so divided on this. And what if he is just balancing karma of something from a previous lifetime? And that's, or what if people who get away with doing crimes, the reason they get away with them is because they're actually balancing karma from a previous life?
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what happens. You know
for a fact?
No, when you believe it. I mean, yes, I do. And you should come and join my cult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The pickle cult?
The pickle cult.
Cool.
Yeah. And there's only one pickle in this cult.
Salty.
Too salty. It usually is. And it's,
And it's not big enough.
wow, that's shots fired.
Bam, bam, bam.
Well, it depends on how many people are in the cult.
This is true. I mean, like, if you have a gaping hole, nothing is going to fit. But
For Frank is a cult of one is by himself.
yeah, I got you.
And his dogs.
Accepting applications.
Yeah. If you want to join a cult, go ahead and email me at frank@fringebeyondlimits.com. I will go ahead and get you the
Paperwork.
application and
The credit card payment?
required bikini shots and credit card and social security numbers. Thanks.
Perfect. Yep.
All right. Yeah. No, I think that's what happened. I mean, if you believe in karma, it always needs to be balanced out. So I believe if that is the case, then that's exactly what happens. That's what I was leaning towards when you made fun of me.
It just makes you question what you believe. Not what, your opinion of other people. That person cut you off, or that person, anybody who does something bad to you. It's like, oh, well, what if I did something bad to them? Or yeah.
Well, not even that. I don't even think it's that.
It doesn't have to be bad. I'm just saying.
Well, no. I mean, like you. It's not you doing. So I don't think that you personally get to repay karma back to person that did you wrong.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a 1-for-1 though either.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, very rarely would that ever happen. Like, if you punched me in the face.
Can I?
I mean, yeah, you could.
High five your face.
I'll videotape it.
Can you use a chair too?
Oh.
Yeah. I would.
These are nice chairs. I don't want to dirty it with your blood.
Oh, all right. Be that way. I mean, I pooped on both of yours.
Lovely. Is that what I'm
That's
sitting
gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a squish you felt when you sat down.
Please.
So, all right. Yeah, no, but yeah, I don't think you personally get to repay back the karma that was done to you. I just think it just happens, Yeah. And that's just how the universe balances itself out. And in all honesty, like we were talking last week, if consciousness is a singularity, then, I mean, you're really just balancing yourself.
Yep.
And ultimately. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Bree, you want to add anything?
Nope.
All right. That's right. So, I already went. You just did yours. We're all done because Bree had some sort of force thing going on.
Underbush. Can't forget that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you want to relive the 70s, that's fine with me. I don't mind. I'm not the one that's got to get the weed whacker out. So, anyway, this week, what are we talking about, ladies?
I kind of wish you had the Taco Bell sound effect.
Ding. Dong.
Do I? I don't think I do.
That's okay. We can insert it later. We could just
Insert here.
insert here. Make noise with mouth. Dong.
If you have your phone next to you, everybody who's listening, bring that up and insert here.
It's okay. You don't have to look for it.
Dong. There we go.
The Bell Witch and the Bell Witch Cave.
The Bell Witch. Now, I know Bree and I are familiar. Lynette, you said you really weren't?
No, I thought this was like the Blair Witch. Like, I thought those were the same. I've heard of the Bell Witch, but I thought the Blair Witch was based off of the Bell Witch. But you guys kind of looked at me like I was
cuckoo.
Not correct.
No, I didn't look. I looked at you like you weren't correct, yes. Yeah. But I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. I'm like, no, I did not.
I was looking at my laptop when you said that, so.
I don't understand the commentary she includes sometimes.
She's like, you guys were looking at me. I'm like, I was actually looking at my laptop.
She's like, must avoid eye contact. She's a ding dong.
All right. So, the Bell Witch. Imagine you and your family being terrorized by an unseen force that could speak, pinch, and even sway the hearts of the living, all because you wronged the wrong person. That person seeks out the revenge from the grave, unleashing their wrath upon you and your family. That would suck.
Could this be the karma thing?
I mean, maybe. Maybe she was powerful powerful enough to be like, yo, bitch, I'm taking back my karma.
Karma is a
Chameleon.
bitch. Yo,
Yeah.
mic drop.
Hashtag me too.
Chameleon.
Me too.
You too?
I like you too.
YouTube.
I am a fan of you too.
Mm.
So John Bell was born in North Carolina around 1750. Details about his early life are sparse, but he was part of a farming family. His upbringing in the rural South influenced his later life as a landowner and farmer. In the early 1800s, John Bell and his family moved from North Carolina to Red River Bottomland in Robertson County, Tennessee, which is Adams, Tennessee today. At that time, the area was largely wilderness, with new settlers moving in as part of westward expansion. John was able to buy some land and a large house, and in several years he was able to acquire more land, about 328 acres. John became a successful farmer and landowner. He was known for his hard work and gained a good reputation in the local community. John Bell's wife, Lucy, was an essential part of the family. She was known for her strong character and was supportive of her husband through the challenges they faced with the haunting. Lucy was deeply affected by the supernatural events that unfolded in their home. John and Lucy had several children by the names of Jesse, Betsy, Richard, John Jr., Drury, Benjamin, Esther, Zadok, and Joel.
Drewy.
There's like some good old American names in there, and then there's some we just played Scrabble.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Close your eyes. And what letter did you get down?
Drury sounds like you don't know how to say jewelry. Get my jewelry box.
That would suck if you had like art issues like I do. Drury.
Poor kid.
No, you have issues speaking? I don't believe that at all.
Drewy.
The Bell family's experiences began in 1817. John was in his cornfield inspecting when he encountered a strange-looking animal that was just sitting in the middle of a corn row. The appearance of this animal had a body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. That's fucked up. John shot the animal several times, but the animal just vanished. After this incident, John went back to his house, thinking nothing of it. Later on that evening, the family began hearing beating sounds coming from the walls outside of the home. I really hope that doesn't get edited out.
Oh.
John, I'm sorry, I lost my place looking at you. Each night, the beating sounds. What?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Each night, the beating sounds continued with increased frequency and force. Often, John and his sons would go outside to catch whoever was making the sounds, but each time they came back empty-handed. In the following weeks, John's children would wake up frightened and complaining about rats gnawing at their bedposts. The children also began complaining about having their bed covers pulled from them and their pillows tossed to the floor by an invisible entity.
That's happened to me once.
Did it?
Yep.
Really?
Not the rats part, but the blanket part.
Yeah.
And the pillows?
Mm-hmm. Well, my sister had, she had a similar story. Anyway, keep going.
No, I want to hear
tell us the story.
Yeah. What are you doing?
We want to know the story.
Yeah.
I think I told this story before.
Well, you know what? You're going to tell it again.
Okay. Well, okay. So it actually was a sad story. My friend lost her father, and I was kind of laying in bed. I met her dad, loved her dad. He was great. I was kind of grieving that loss, and I was kind of like, why so soon? That sort of thing. And when I was saying that, the blankets quite literally ripped off of the whole thing. Like, I was just ripped off of me, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
But I also had the impression of like, shut the fuck up, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about me.
Right.
But my sister was just telling me this morning that this, for the second time in a row, she's had the same dream where she's laying in bed, or she's in bed, but the blankets are being pulled off of her. Not that like her spouse, stealing the blankets, like ripped off, not just rolled over. I don't know. So
interesting.
So now you're saying there's a dog rabbit ghost in our house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because I had a weird dream a few nights ago that you just sparked this memory. So my Uncle Frank, who passed away a little over a year ago, him and I were in this building. It could have been a church. It could have been a school. It could have been an office building. Like, I don't know. But we were looking for something. And then I remember us looking for a demon. And we come across this mural of the demon. So I run up to hit, I don't know why, I wanted to punch the mural of it.
Mural.
Whatever.
Muriel's a name.
Muriel.
You know, it's, you know what, guys, listen.
I'm correcting you before Missy corrects you.
No, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Cybertooth.
Yeah. So I jump up to like punch it and I end up scratching its leg,
Mm-hmm.
the mural leg. And I'm like in like, I guess like the lobby section of this building with my uncle. And all of a sudden, like I felt this real dark force just kind of closing in on us. And my phone rings. I answer my phone and it's my mom, who's also passed away. And all she says is my name. She goes, Francesco. And then the phone hangs up and then I wake up.
She saved
Wow.
your ass from...
No, I rolled over, tried to get back into that dream because I wanted to kick the demon's ass. Like
She stopped you.
that was my instinct. It's like, oh no, we got to go back.
But
Oh,
your Italian mama basically saved you.
No, it wasn't like that. It was as though like she was trying to tell me something, but like the demon cut the phone call off.
Yeah, she
Interesting.
was trying to save you.
Yeah, but it didn't work. I was,
You're obstinate and you wanted to go back.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
Bullheaded Italian.
pretty much. I mean, these are the dreams. These are my normal dreams. Like
These dreams.
what is that?
It's a
It's a
song.
Okay, what song?
Who sings that? Oh, shoot. It's like an oldie.
Another life.
It's an oldies.
All right,
Yeah, whatever.
I believe you guys. So yeah, so these are like normal dreams that I have all the time.
By heart.
By heart. Oh, okay, I know heart.
You have one, have no heart.
I have no heart. So anyway, all right. So back to our story of the Bell Witch. Some nights they would even hear dogs growling and snarling, invisible wings flapping against the ceiling, heavy chains jangling against the floor, and choking noises. As their days go on, John began hearing faint whispering voices. The voices were too weak to understand, but sounded like a feeble old woman singing hymns. These encounters eventually escalated. John's daughter, Betsy, started to experience brutal encounters with an invisible entity. The entity would pull her hair and slap her. This...
Make her ass and pull her hair. Sorry. Inside joke.
Choke her. Choke me. This often left welts and handprints on her face and body. Some of the enslaved workers on John's property also reported strange things happening. One enslaved man by the name of Dean said that he encountered the witch several times. He claimed the witch took form of a dog-like creature that sometimes has one head or two. After these encounters, Dean began carrying around a witch ball that his wife made to help protect him from any harm.
Do you think this is Dean Winchester?
Probably. This is the origin story of
Got
Dean
it.
Winchester.
Got it.
He was a slave back in the 1800s.
Makes sense.
What do you think a witch ball is?
I think it is...
Like a mothball?
I think it's probably like a bunch of twigs just twisted together with some sort of...
Like a wicker basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like something in the middle to ward off. Probably a semen of a righteous man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when you find one.
It's a hollow sphere of glass. Witch balls are hung in cottages and windows in the 17th and 18th century England to ward off evil spirits, witches, etc.
I mean, notice that to ward things off, you need balls. So, at the beginning of all these mysterious encounters, John vowed his family to secrecy. But after about a year of these encounters, he finally shared these experiences with his neighbor and friend, James Johnston. James was skeptical at first, so him and his wife decided to spend the night at the Bell's family home. At the beginning, it was peaceful. Once evening hit, James and his wife started experiencing the same terrifying disturbances as the Bells. When the bed covers were yanked and James got slapped, James sprang out of bed yelling, "In the name of the Lord! Who are you? And what do you want?"
That was good.
Thanks. Unfortunately, there was no response, and the rest of the night was silent and peaceful. James told the Bells he believed that the culprit of the encounters could be an evil spirit. Throughout time, the voice began to strengthen and became loud and unmistakable. The entity sang hymns, quoted scripture, had intelligent conversations, and quoted two sermons, word for word, that were apparently preached at the same time but miles apart. Most of the time, when the entity spoke, it would direct insults and threats towards John. It was asked who or what the witch or entity was. The entity replied saying, "I am a spirit. I once was very happy, but I have been disturbed and made unhappy." Around 1818, the entity finally gave the bells a name of Kate Batts. Kate Batts was a neighbor and is known to be eccentric and loves causing a scene. One thing Kate Batts was known for was when she went to church and found a man sitting in her seat. Instead of Kate sitting elsewhere, she decided to sit on the man until he got up to move.
That's awesome.
I mean, could that be construed as assault?
Well,
Probably.
yeah, back then it's probably like, oh my God, I can't believe that lady sat on that man.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about the first thing that popped up, I think, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Kate's behavior considered her an outcast in Red River, and people were also scared of her and getting on her bad side. It was said that she had a bad temper and possibly rumored to dabble in black magic. The legend states that Kate Batts had a contentious relationship with John Bell, primarily stemming from a land transaction. According to folklore, Kate believed she had been cheated out of a fair deal regarding a piece of property, leading to an ongoing feud with John. But some say that John Bell didn't have a problem with Kate, and it was actually her brother-in-law that John had the land dispute with. Some people believed if not Kate Batts, then the Bells must be making it up, with 13-year-old Betsy being the ringleader, since she was one of the witch's main target of aggression. But this theory was not able to be proven. These occurrences started to spread outside the settlement, reaching Nashville. People started coming to the Bells' home to investigate and see if they can figure out what was going on. One of these people was Major General Andrew Jackson.
Wozers.
That's actually pretty cool. Jackson heard about the encounters in 1819 and decided to pay a visit to the Bells' home to investigate. While Jackson and his entourage approached the Bells' home in a wagon pulled by horses, the wagon out of nowhere stopped suddenly. The wagon was stuck in the muddy creek bed, and the horses were not able to pull the wagon out of it. After several minutes of cursing and trying to get the horses to pull the wagon out, Jackson said, "By the eternal boys! This must be the Bell Witch." Then, out of nowhere, a disembodied woman's voice was heard saying that they could proceed, but she will see them again later that evening. Jackson and his entourage were then able to get out of the mud and continue their way to the Bell's home. When Jackson was tell John, and it,
I think when he got there, he told.
okay, so when Jackson told John and his wife Lucy about what they experienced, one of Jackson's men proclaimed he was a witch tamer. What the fuck's a witch tamer?
You know,
You tame a witch.
like a chair and a
Oh, and a whip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lion tamer.
So instead of a whip, you have like
broom.
you have like a Hershey bar, right?
Or a witch ball.
Oh, you can grab it by the balls.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The witch tamer took out a pistol. That's going to work.
Okay.
And said that the silver bullet would kill any evil spirit it came into contact
I
with.
thought that was werewolves.
This is the Winchesters,
Dracula.
you know?
Yeah.
In the cult.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. This is so stupid.
I love this story.
After being at the Bells' home for a few hours, nothing happened, and it was becoming uneventful. The supposed witch tamer said that the reason nothing was happening is because the entity was scared of his silver bullet. No one's scared of Coors Light. Yes. Oh, God. Immediately after he said those words, the guy screamed and began jerking his body in different directions. He claimed that he was being stuck with pins and beaten. Then an invisible entity kicked the guy in the butt and sent him out the door. I wish I could have been there to see this.
Sounds like a cartoon.
Pretty much.
It does.
The entity became angry and announced that there was yet another fraud in Jackson's entourage, and she would identify him the following evening. Terrified, Jackson's entourage begged Jackson to leave the home, but Jackson wanted to stay because he wanted to know who this fraud was. Unclear on what happened that evening, but sometime after, Jackson and his entourage went to sleep outside in their tents. They responded the next morning in nearby Springfield, heading back to Nashville. It was said that Jackson proclaimed, "I would rather fight the British in New Orleans than fight the Bell Witch." That's real audio from
Nice.
General Jackson. Do you think it's weird that Andrew Jackson shows up to your house with an entourage and you can't even like give him a bed? Like, go outside, pitch a tent,
Yeah. Oh.
sleep on the fucking floor.
Maybe he was the Bilbo Baggins of his time.
Maybe.
You know what? Then he should have slept in
the tent.
in the creek with the fishes.
Yeah.
So throughout this time, the witch grew more of a fondness towards the matriarch of the family, Lucy Bell. In September of 1820, Lucy had developed lung problems, and the witch appointed herself Lucy's nurse. The witch entity would alert someone in the house whenever Lucy needed something. Whenever Lucy was asleep, the witch entity would stay quiet so she wouldn't wake her up. This is just a weird turn of events. Unfortunately for John, the witch still disliked him. The witch even started giving him the nickname Old Jack Bell.
What?
I mean...
Old Beetle Brow.
Oh, yeah, remember that?
That was a heckling laugh.
The witch continued to torment John, and one time his tongue swells up so badly he was not able to eat for days at a time. His wife was upset about that. Coincidentally, when Lucy developed her lung problems in the fall of 1820, John comes down with mysterious symptoms, with his face twitching uncontrollably and suffering from seizures. Doctors were not able to help John with these symptoms. Maybe because it's 1820.
Probably.
In December of 1820, John took his last place after falling into a coma the day before. His family later found a vial of a strange black liquid in the cupboard. Out of curiosity, John's son, John Jr., took the vial and put 2 drops onto the cat's tongue. The cat then jumped into the air, rolled over in midair, and died once it hit the floor. The entity proclaimed, "I gave old Jack a big dose of that last night," which fixed Jim. John Jr. then threw the vial into the fireplace to get rid of it.
He murdered his cat after his
pretty
dad
much.
died?
It's like,
I don't get
let me
this.
see what happened with this black. Let me put it on my cat. Oh.
How do you put it on your cat's tongue?
Did he like force open up your mouth?
This is like a bad B movie right now.
Kind of.
John Bell's funeral was said to be the largest funeral ever held in Robertson County. People and preachers came from all over. As the crowd was leaving the cemetery, the Bell Witch entity could be heard laughing and singing a song about brandy.
She drunk.
The singer?
Because she definitely existed then.
Is mine. That girl is mine. She wanted a wifey.
That's right. Even though the encounters with the witch entity decreased after John's death, the witch entity claimed she wants one final thing, and that is for Betsy to break up with her fiance. What is going on? I understand, but wasn't it the wife, Lucy, and now she's getting into Betsy's
She wants
britches?
all generations.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, is this where the mother-daughter fantasy originated?
Maybe. Oh.
Also, how do I meet a ghost that's this clear with their intentions?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you old Jimmy Jack Joe Bell.
Yeah.
And I'm what?
I don't.
They have full-on conversations with
full on. So yes,
Clearly.
full on. If you could have full on conversations, wouldn't you be like, "What's it like on the other side? Hey, tell me something." No, you're gonna be like, "Oh, she wants to fuck me." This is so horrible. Before John's death, Betsy Bell met a man named Joshua Gardner, and with her parents' blessing, they decided to get married. Everyone except for the witch entity was excited about their engagement. At this time, Betsy was 15 and Joshua was 20 years old.
Ooh,
Close.
dang.
Real quick. Hold on. Did they ask the witch if she approved?
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe Betsy's fiance should have asked for witch's permission or blessing too. Maybe that's why she didn't like it.
Where does she get off?
Unless she's just mad because Betsy won't be around for her to torment her anymore. Like, because that was one of, she liked pulling her hair all the time, and then if Joshua takes her away, she doesn't have anyone's hair to pull. And she
Joshua's
likes
gonna pull
Lucy
her
too
hair.
much.
This is fucking bonkers. The witch entity began to show her dislike of Betsy and Joshua by not letting them go anywhere without being harassed. An example of this is when Betsy and Joshua went on a fishing trip. They found a good secluded place to be alone, but the witch entity followed them, and they would hear her disembodied voice saying, "Please, Betsy Belle, don't have Joshua Gardner." What is going on with this goddamn story? After this experience, Betsy began to realize that if she married Joshua, they would continue with a lifetime of this invisible harassment and abuse. With the recent death of her father, Betsy was worried that Joshua would end up with the same fate as John. Betsy ended up calling off their engagement, and a heartbroken Joshua packed up his stuff and moved to West Tennessee. In April of 1821, shortly after Betsy broke off her engagement with Joshua, the witch entity visited Lucy Bell and told her that she is leaving but will be back in 7 years.
What? She going on vacation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I destroyed a couple marriages. I murdered a fella, and I'm a temporary.
Now I'm going to have some R&R by...
No, I have another family to go fuck with.
Yeah, I guess so.
As promised, in 1828, the witch entity returned. One story says that when the witch entity returned to the Bell's house, only Lucy and her sons Richard and Joel were living there at the time. Richard claimed that they heard the same scratching, knocking, and gnawing as before. This time there was no talking coming from the witch entity, and after 2 weeks it disappeared completely. Another story is that in 1828, when the witch entity visited the Bells, her main focus was on John Jr. The witch entity spoken to him for 3 days, talking about the past, present, and future. It was said the witch entity predicted the Civil War.
It's also like the Christmas.
Oh yeah, the ghost.
The Ghost of Christmas Past,
Yeah. After 3 days, the witch entity promised to come back and visit John Bell's most direct descendant in 107 years. What?
I'll have to tell you later.
Okay.
All right.
In 1934, 1 year before the 107th year, Dr. Charles Bell, who was John's great-grandson, published a book on the Bell Witch. It was said that this was published to likely raise awareness to the witch's impending return in 1935. This book was the first ever accounts of the alleged experiences between the entity and John Bell Jr. in 1928. Dr. Charles Bell's father, Dr. Joel Thomas Bell, John Jr.'s son, had apparently taken notes during this conversation between John Jr. and the witch. Unfortunately, Dr. Charles Bell never wrote a follow-up, so no one knows if he ever received a visit from the Bell Witch. Some of you are probably wondering where the Bell Witch Cave fits into the story. No, not even a little bit. While the main focus of the Bell Witch story revolves around the torment of the Bell family by a malevolent spirit, the cave adds an additional layer of mystery and intrigue to the legend. The Bell Witch Cave is situated near the Bell family farm, placing it in the heart of the territory associated with the haunting. The Bell family likely knew of the cave and may have visited during their time on the property. Over time, as the Bell Witch legend grew, the cave became intertwined with the story. It is said to be a place of supernatural energy or even refuge for the witch. Though not mentioned in the earliest accounts of the haunting, its connection was cemented through later retellings and local folklore. Many locals believe the cave to be the dwelling place of the Bell Witch when she wasn't actively tormenting the Bell family. Its dark, winding corridors and natural eeriness made it an ideal setting for tales of supernatural activity. According to legend, the cave's proximity to the Bell farm gave the witch a place to hide and gather energy before unleashing her wrath. I don't understand. Like, why did she need to go hide out in the cave?
Because it's creepy. I don't know.
Maybe it's a portal.
Like a vagina?
Sure.
I hate you both. The story of the Lost Boys in the Bell Witch Cave is one of the most enduring and mysterious tales associated with the infamous legend of the Bell Witch. The story is set sometime in the mid-19th century after the main events of the Bell Witch haunting. A group of local children, often described as boys, decided to explore the Bell Witch Cave, which was already infamous due to its association with the Bell Witch legend. Excited by the cave's reputation, the children ventured into its dark and winding passages. They carried rudimentary equipment like lanterns or torches to light their way. During their exploration, one boy in the group became separated or decided to investigate a narrow passageway in the cave. While squeezing through a tight crevice, he became stuck and couldn't free himself. Panic set in among the children as the boy's predicament seemed dire, and the confined space made it difficult for anyone to help him. According to the legend, just as the situation seemed hopeless, an unseen force came to the boy's aid. The boy reported feeling something or someone pull him out of the crevice with surprising strength and ease. The group fled the cave in terror, convinced that the Bell Witch herself had intervened. Whether the intervention was intended to harm or help the boy remains a subject of debate, reflecting the witch's unpredictable nature in a larger legend. Why would it be a bad thing?
What do you mean?
Well, they said that whether the intervention was intended to harm or help the boy, how could it have harmed him?
Maybe she wanted to eat him.
Huh?
Like
Maybe
Hansel and Gretel.
or maybe she pulled his
Wiener?
arm out so hard that he dislocated his shoulder.
And his wiener?
That
Maybe
too.
she buttered him up. So he could slip out like WD-40, but okay, anyway.
Yeah,
Out of the crevice.
Buttered him up to slip
Buttered
through the
his
crevice.
Through the crevice, yeah.
Okay. Got it. The Lost Boy story had been analyzed and retold over generations, becoming a key part of the lore surrounding the Bell Witch Cave. Here are some interpretations. A benevolent act. The Bell Witch is often depicted as a malevolent entity, but this incident suggests she may have acted out of compassion or curiosity. This aligns with the other parts of the legend where the witch displayed moments of unexpected kindness, such as conversing with the family or offering warnings. A lesson in respect. Some interpret the incident as a warning to intruders or those who don't respect the cave's mystery. Boy's rescue could have been a way for the witch to demonstrate her power without inflicting harm. Yeah, what were you going to say?
I've got the power. Dun, 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 dun.
CNC Music Factory?
I was thinking Bruce Almighty, but basically, yes.
Oh, okay. Folklore amplification. It's possible that the story grew from a real event where the child was rescued by a friend or through sheer luck, but the supernatural elements were added later to tie the story to the Bell Witch legend. What?
Was it luck or was it fate? Brie?
It was faith.
Okay.
It's a faith.
It was fate.
The Lost Boy story is often used to warn visitors, especially children, about the dangers of exploring the cave without proper guidance or respect for its history. Paranormal enthusiasts point to the incident as evidence of the Bell Witch's enduring presence. Some believe the cave serves as a focal point in her power and that she protects or controls it. The story is frequently recounted during guided tours of the Bell Witch Cave, adding a layer of intrigue for visitors. Some tour operators highlight the tale as an example of the witch's unpredictable behavior. The witch's curse is an integral part of the legend surrounding the Bell Witch, adding an ominous layer to the haunting events and their aftermath. It is also said that there is a curse attached to the Bell Witch Cave if you were to take an artifact from it.
Ooh.
I'm going to take a stone. I'm going to take a rock.
Missy would hate you.
Yeah, I know.
A stalactite.
A stalagmite. You know what? I like that because I like to say stalactite.
Mm-hmm.
Visitors to the Bell Witch Cave often remove rocks or other small items as souvenirs despite warnings of bad luck or misfortune. Many who took rocks report experiencing unexplained illnesses, accidents, or other misfortunes, which they attribute to the curse of the Bell Witch. Over the years, countless rocks have been mailed back to the cave, often accompanied by apologetic letters describing the misfortunes suffered after removing them.
I want to say this reminds me of
Robert the Doll?
Yep.
Today, the witch's curse is viewed as a blend of folklore, morality, and supernatural intrigue. While skeptics see it as a symbolic element of a cautionary tale, believers view it as evidence of a powerful and enduring presence tied to the Bell Witch legend. The story of the Bell Witch and the Bell Witch Cave is more than just a tale of hauntings and curses. It's a testament to the enduring power of folklore to captivate the imagination. Rooted in the rural Tennessee landscape and enriched by generations of storytelling, the legend combines history, mystery, and the supernatural into a gripping narrative that continues to intrigue and terrify. The Bell Witch herself is a complex figure, embodying both malevolence and unpredictability, while the cave serves as a tangible anchor for her ethereal presence. Together, they create a unique blend of ghostly intrigue and real-world connection, drawing visitors from around the world to Adams, Tennessee, to experience the legend firsthand. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale about morality, an enduring piece of Southern folklore, or a lingering paranormal mystery, the Bell Witch legend remains a compelling part of American culture. The cave, with its haunting whispers and dark labyrinth passages, stands the silent witness to the stories and speculations, ensuring that the spirit of the Bell Witch and the fascination surrounding her will never truly fade. So what are your guys' thoughts on the way this ridiculous story was told?
I feel like it's the way that during the research and everything, it's just like sounds like more like folklore, not really like an actual experience.
I would agree with you.
But that's what they make it sound like.
Yeah. I would agree with you. But John's death has been directly associated officially to the witch. It's the only death that they've attributed to something supernatural.
He was not saved by the bell.
That was a good one.
You make me so angry sometimes. Like, it took so much for me not to throw you through a door right now.
Can't even talk.
No, she can't. She's lost it.
I'm laughing so hard, my nostrils are bleeding.
See, this is why we need to get on video for this silliness. This is
At
amazing.
least that one kid was saved by the bell. It's past my bedtime.
Do you think the kid that was saved by the bell was Screech?
Oh, yeah.
Or Zach?
Screech.
E.C. Slater?
Yeah.
Kelly Kapowski?
Kelly Kapowski.
Jesse. Oh, what was her last name?
What was her name? I don't know.
I can't remember. What was
you
the
can't
principal?
laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at?
Everybody else.
Oh, what was
You're
the principal's
crying.
name?
Yeah.
I know I'm crying. I'm a hot mess over here.
Principal. I thought, didn't it start with a B?
I get
Buford? Like,
Yeah. not Mr. Belvedere.
No.
I can't remember.
Balding.
Balding.
No, Belding.
Belding.
And you got Lisa Turtle.
Oh, that's right.
Turtle.
Totals.
Tori Scott, Stacy, Leon, Mr. Tuttle. Mr. Dewey. You're just forgetting the R's. Drury.
Dreary.
All right.
Anywho,
Well, this was a total fucking train wreck.
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. So I hope you guys had fun with us. So
Now you can sigh.
Shit.
You missed your sigh in the beginning.
Yeah.
1,
So,
2, 3, sigh. Ah.
You guys are fucking ridiculous tonight.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys. So, do you guys want to go visit the Bell Witch Cave?
Yeah, because I'm curious.
Bi-curious?
No. And I want you to take a artifact and see what
Yeah.
happens.
I'm going to take a shit right in the cave.
Oh, instead of taking something, you leave something?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
you reverse the curse.
Yeah. Maybe that's how you get rid of the witch, is by shitting in the cave.
Oh,
Try it, see what
Maybe.
happens.
Yeah. Does a bear shit in a cave? We'll find
we'll
out.
find out.
So, yeah, we should make a
Road trip.
road trip, and we could turn this into a little road trip episode.
Road trip.
So, all right. Well, let's get this planned out, because I don't think it's more than like a 6-hour drive or so, right?
Something like that.
I mean, if it's around Nashville, how far is Nashville?
I've never driven. I've only flown.
Mm,
See,
I would guess it's
see.
about 7 or 8 hours.
yeah.
No time change, though. Central time.
No.
Yeah, Nashville Central.
Nashville is central, but half of the state is central, half of the state's eastern.
Mhm.
From Here to Adams, it's 7 hours and 23 minutes. Boom,
What,
shaka.
what time zone is it?
I think that part of Tennessee, it would be Eastern.
Eastern. So
Yeah.
Lynette is shaking her head no.
What a time.
Oh, you're repealing that? I thought you were
is
Googling.
Adams, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I am.
I know you.
Bree's got the Google machine
all
up.
right. She's got to go.
Central Standard Time.
Oh,
Our time.
Central. All right. So no time change, which is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I would rather go to the Eastern time zone because on the way back home, you gain an hour, and I feel as though that's so much nice.
It's usually it's nice because you're like, oh, that means I can actually take a nap if
Yeah.
I need to.
You know, like whenever we did the few in Indiana, like coming back home, it's like, oh, it's a 3-hour trip, but I'm only losing 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's time travel.
Time travel.
It always freaks me out. Like, on another place in the world, it's a different day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australia's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Should we call them and ask them what the lottery numbers are?
Maybe.
No, maybe.
Do you know anyone?
In Australia?
Yeah.
We could just start dialing.
Hey,
You
listener,
can
our
contact
listeners.
You can contact
yeah.
the emus.
Oh, the emus would be nice. Hey, if you guys haven't listened to our emu episode, go back in our archives and check out the Australian war with the emus.
It's a real thing.
An emus rocket.
So, all right. Well, thanks for listening to this episode. My name is Frank.
My name is Brie.
And this is Lynette.
And you've been listening to Fringe.
Beyond Limits.
You know that feeling when you're trapped in an elevator
During a hurricane?
while being chased by a bear?
Wait, what? That's not even possible.
Okay, maybe not all at once, but on the Crux True Survival Stories, we bring you stories that are even more unbelievable, and they actually happened.
From mountainside miracles to ocean odysseys.
From desert disasters to Arctic adventures.
Are you drawn to thrilling survival stories where characters overcome impossible odds? The Crux True Survival Stories is your podcast.
New episodes are airing every Monday, available wherever you get your podcasts.